Okay, so the next piece that I am doing for the van build is I'm doing the window covers. So I'm using the classic that a lot of people use. I'm just using the Reflectix insulation. So I did see a couple of different ways that people darken the one side. Some people buy cloth, or they go out and buy a fabric. They get a adhesive and spray it, and then they add it to like a black fabric. I went and priced it, and it was quite pricey to go ahead and to cover this because of the number of yardage that I would need. So what I am doing instead is I'm going to use this stuff called Plasti Dip, and it sprays on. I saw a video, and it sprays on, and it makes almost like a rubber coating. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do it. These are my two rear windows. As you can see, I already cut the little slit because in the back of the back windows have that little side mount that goes ahead and allows it to open and close. So I'll go ahead, I'm going to spray it and see how that goes. Okay, I did one coat. I kind of passed over it a couple of times, making sure that it didn't look like I was doing it like too thin. I noticed that it did in a couple areas. It looks a little thick. I'll see how that dries up. I did notice over there by where the paper was, it kind of had a different effect on the paper, but it's looking good. Hopefully, I think the finish, it looks a little glossy now, but I think the finish is more of a dry, flat black. And then this is the driver's side passenger window. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. Okay. I painted that. I still have one more to go. I kind of ran out of room on the work table. So as you can see, it's starting to dry a little bit, and it does look like it has this flat finish. So two things just quickly for your information is that when I watched the video with the couple that was using this Plasti Dip, they didn't mention how much they used. First, let me tell you, you can buy this we got this at any of the hardware stores, the big ones, the box stores like Home Depot, Lowe's. It's about $9 a can. I've used only one can, and I feel comfortable that I have enough to do the one more passenger side on one full can. So you can see cost-wise, it's a lot cheaper than buying fabric. Like I said, I went to a fabric store, and I was a little shocked that I was going to be spending a fair amount of money, because when the way that they would have to have cut the fabric to get the right yardage, I think fabric now, what was it? It was like somewhere in the neighborhood of like $30 to $40 a square yard. So I think this is a less expensive alternative, considering, once again, with just one can for $9, I'm very confident I'll be able to use, to go ahead and put on, and I put on a rather thick coat on all of it, and I really do feel that by shaking the can, I do have enough for one more piece. And like I said, I do like the idea that it is, if you see how it's drying off now, it is drying more into a flat versus, this glossy. In my understanding, it's like a rubber material. Another thing just to bring up, at the store, there were other alternatives for this Plasti Dip. Some of the other big brand names, they were all a few dollars more, or, like $5, $6 more a can. I think you're just paying for the name because it was the exact same product. There was some other ideas. I did see a can of undercoat that you spray, for, to keep your vehicle from, the salt and everything up north. They do that undercoating. But when I checked online to see what it would not adhere to, it said it does not adhere well to glossy material, which kind of like this Reflectix is. And this is, once again, this does adhere to almost everything. And the video I did watch this couple use it, they had theirs for quite some time, no cracks, no peeling. And that's, if you read the can, it does say that its product does not do these things. So, all right, I'm just going to let these dry. I'll do the one piece, but by the time I come back, I have some errands to run. These will be dry, and then I'll do the last piece. I'll decide after I'm done whether or not I'm going to do another coat. I just want you to see. I don't want to get out of focus. I just want to show you how flat it looks. It goes on very glossy, which, you know, I know that everything that I've read and have seen, that you don't want glossy material on your window shades, because when light reflects into it, it does kind of like give you the impression that somebody might be in the vehicle. So, all right. Okay, just a follow-up. So here they are. They're done. I am touching up. This one had like a little bit of a jagged edge to it, so I'm redoing it. And I tried my best to really get a lot on the edge itself, once again, to kind of like give it a little bit of reinforcement. But once again, you can see, and it's a very, very cool material. You can touch it, and it actually has like a rubbery feeling to it. So what I'm going to do next is that, rather than having this on the inside, the silver part, I did go to a Goodwill store. And at first, you know, I thought about going to a fabric store and look at remnants and stuff, but then I realized I could just go to a Goodwill, find old sheets or blankets or whatever, buy those for next to nothing, and then just cut them up. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some contact spray, which I was going to do for the outsides, but now I'm going to do that for the insides. Okay, I've got one piece drying, one of the back ones that I used a pillowcase. Not the best job. What I did realize is that you do have to, if you're using any kind of, you got to stretch it out. So what I did is just tacking it to the board with just some duct tape. I tucked it underneath here. We could hold it to stretch it, because once you lay the shade down on top of it with the glue, the stuff will shift, and it'll bunch up in certain areas. So I'm hoping this will stop most of the bunching. All right, I will try another attempt. So I'm using just this 3M super strength. It goes on really, really easy. Basically, the directions after you shake the can and everything is just, when you apply it, you just wait until it becomes tacky. What I'm noticing, it probably takes like just like a minute or two, and it does start to become tacky. The thing is, working outside, you got to worry about the wind blowing, you got to worry about things maybe flying or it flying off, and then, oh boy. All right, we'll keep an eye on things. Okay, so this attempt was a lot better. Once again, I would highly suggest, if you're going to attach fabric, is to go ahead and to somehow tack it down in whatever way to stretch out the material so it doesn't bunch up. When I laid this out, it's a little bit of a trick, but you know, once again, it doesn't have to be perfect. But just, you know, because you want everything to be glued down, so then you're having to touch it. But it went on very, very easily, and I was able to flatten it out. And from what I can tell, there's really no creasing going on. Okay, so very, very excited about it. Turned out really, really nice. I don't know if you can kind of see through here. You can see that's my mattress. But then when we get to this window, there is nothing to see. And then if we come around the other side, there we go. So I wanted to put some color in here, since, you know, my interior, like I said, everything's black. So when I have the window shades up, I definitely wanted, you know, just some kind of color. So I'm going to have this, and it's going to be the exact one on the other one. The one in the backs, I went ahead. It was an old kid's Batman pillowcase, which I'm working on. Here, I'll show it to you. I'll just cut and show you over on the other side. Okay, so yeah, so I'm putting this just, you know, just to be a little on the silly side. You can see here though, because I didn't have it really stretched out, so there's these little bit of folds, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to be in the back. Has a little bit of color, a little bit of splash. I have the other one, so it has a different image of Batman. So, and then the pillowcase didn't go all the way to the end, so I took some more of that Plasti Dip that I still had left over. I wound up using 2 cans. because I went ahead and did a full second coating on the outside, as well as I really worked on the trim on the, like I was mentioning here on the edge, to kind of like shore it up and give it like a little extra piece. So, all right, I'm going to work on the other two. All right, I'm finishing up the last little piece. Just a follow up. For the most part, I think I've gone through almost a full can. Mind you, my material was not long enough to go all the way to the edge, like I was mentioning. So that's the reason why I used the last little bit of the Plasti Dip. So once again, I went through 2 cans of that to do the outside with the double coating. And I did the 4 windows, 2 passenger, 2 rear. For the back window, I have a little project in store for that. I'd like to have curtains that I can open and close. So I bought some stuff for that. And then for the front, I'm going to do what most people do, is I have some blackout curtain, and I'm going to come up with some kind of a rod solution to get as much coverage as possible. All right, I'll finish all up, and then we'll move on to the next project. Okay, so this is still drying. I just want to go ahead and just point out one thing using the Plasti Dip, is that what I noticed is that I don't know how this, I guess it might have gotten a little bit of the spray-on glue, the adhesive, but somehow a little piece got attached, and when I lifted it, when I flipped it over, it had torn a little hole, and you can see that it does cause, like, it's a rubberized coating. So if it starts to peel, like if you grab a little piece, it's going to act like just like a piece of plastic or rubber. It actually will all peel off together. So that's just something to be careful of, is that if you see little imperfections, I think it'd probably be best just to spray it, buy a new can at one of the hardware stores, pull your shades out, and then just reapply another coat, rather than pulling on. I wouldn't pull on it, because it seems that more will come off than just a little bit. Okay.